What's good, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Struggle, Nadeska Akademiks, and Wayno here. Just had a little listening session for Break Hit or Wait on It. What are you giggling about?
Oh, I thought you went into some industry shit. Listening session.
Nah, nope,
Wait.
not me.
I'm laughing at academic.
What's the problem?
Nothing, man. It's just like you always could make a designer hoodie look so regular.
Nigga, it's not about the clothes you wear, nigga. It's about you.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the point
That's
he's
the
trying
point.
to make. Oh man, welcome, Ak.
Niggas wear their wealth. My shit's at the crib. That's her talking boss talk to y'all, cause I be seeing the bummest niggas just be talking about their sneakers and shirts. My shit's at the crib. Nobody ever want to talk about their cribs or their cars. That was me.
Ak interviews Gucci one time and hear him today.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
It's
I mean-
Woptober right now.
You gotta do a life flex on niggas because niggas be thinking that your wealth is on your body.
You let him know. Ak.
Instead of your bank account.
That's not
be
even.
sick.
That's the whole thing. It's
Man,
like,
fuck all that shit, man. Listen, anyway, this is Dolce & Gabbana. Don't let Wayno hating ass trying to bring me down. I went to Toronto.
Trying to bring me.
he went to Toronto.
Oh,
I went to the 6 first time. Manson brought me through. It was
Manson.
great. I got to salute to so many people. Like, I'm going to probably forget, but salute to Catch a Podcast. They brought me out there to do a live podcast. It was amazing. We sold out. We did the rec room. It was great. Ran through the 6, man.
international Ak. Congrats.
Did you have any woes with you?
Of course. Of course. What's wrong with this guy, man? Of course, but like...
You had a candlelit dinner with Drake or not?
I can't reveal the details of that meeting.
Okay.
I don't know what
It all
you're
makes
talking
sense
about.
later.
No, but really what intrigued me out there is that they really have a thriving and budding music scene, and like a lot of the creative people out there, like the government is giving out mad grants to like people who are trying to be creative, and they're trying to jumpstart like that type of creative scene. So I've seen a lot of people who are funded by like government initiatives, or like I learned that like the Weeknd partners with like the government for like House or the OVO. They partner with the government to like give out grants to young creatives, and I thought that was dope.
That's really
It
dope.
is.
Yeah, I didn't do anything that cool. I was in Atlanta for a few days.
Okay.
That was it.
Trap. Wait, you went to 21 Savage's birthday party?
I was supposed to, but it was a rainstorm happening the next morning, and I didn't want to get stuck in Atlanta, so I ended up leaving that night.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I wanted to make it. I should have made it, but I couldn't.
What
How
you
far,
do?
Meezy?
Nothing. Just here, Atlanta and Toronto. All right, guys. Everyday struggle, looking strong in the streets. So we did have Gucci Man up on the show last week, and he dropped his project Woptober 2, his 101st project, his second album of the year. 13 tracks, Megan Thee Stallion, DaBaby, Kevin Gates, and more. Production by Zaytoven, Take Keith, Lex Luger, and more. So the
Luger.
first installation of Woptober dropped back in 2016. What do you guys think of this project?
I want to know what Act thinks first, only because like the Gucci interview was really interesting. I didn't know Act he pulled a lot of stops out. Like he asked all the questions he wanted to know. So
It's
I
a
want to know
Barbara
what you thought about
Walters
that.
Academics.
No, well, I'm a big fan of Gucci. Plus, like, I think Gucci, like, he has such an interesting career, and I'm always a huge fan of growth. So, like, just watching, like, I'm more of a fan of Gucci as a person than his music at this point. And it's no knock against his music. It's just that I've seen someone who I was like, yo, this dude won't make it. Like, it's over for him. To him being, like, pretty much an inspiration for a lot of people, like, regardless of where you are in life. So I'm a fan of him as a person, even more than music. Usually when the music comes, like, I have 1 or 2 joints that I fuck with, but then the rest of the songs, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Let's just keep it moving, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we know he's gonna come with another album, like in February, you know? This particular project, I went, you know, it has a lot of features. So, rock with a joint he did with Kodak, Big Boy Diamonds. I was interested to hear him and Youngboy, you know, kind of mixed up. You know, Youngboy looks up to him. You know, they locked in on a track called Richer Than Everybody. But not gonna lie, I didn't like too many songs that like really took to me, but I thought they were okay.
You know what? The one question that I didn't get to was I wanted to know what was Gucci's ratio as to quality versus quantity, right? Because 101 albums is a lot, and you know,
Next album today.
yeah, I mean, like the thing about it is like you gotta know that you're gonna have some misses with 101. Like it's not gonna all stick. But I felt the same way. I felt like I'm more of a fan of him, like seeing who he's become. Like I was just looking at like older like interviews after hours. I'm like, wow, like this dude really made a turn, like a total turn. But there's some joints on there, like the intro joint with Baby and who is it, Youngboy on there. The joint with him and Kodak Black is dope. The joint with him and Kevin Gates go real hard too. I mean, like, it kind of felt like, because there's so many features on it, compilation-like. You know what I mean? But
I mean, he admitted that. He was like, yo, these are the last 13 songs that I've done that represents me.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
So it's not like it was like a theme around it or
much thought they went into it. But I mean, overall it's cool. Like, I don't, like, it's not trash, but it's just cool. I feel like it's just one that goes into the archives of Gucci.
Yeah, he's still having fun. So his whole point was that, he said releasing more music, more songs, it's more currency, and that's never going to change. He doesn't care how the label feels, how much time passes. That's his... It
was interesting with him saying that because honestly, and he also took credit, he said, yo, like, that is the law of the land kind of now. Like, the more shit you have out, the more shit that could be streamed, the more revenue. And when we see, like, the baby pops out and he's giving us 2 projects in a year, you never know, like, at least within the calendar, you might sneak in another one or a joint project. We saw with Juice WRLD, he gave us like 3 projects. We saw with Lil Baby, he gave us 3 projects. Gunna gave us like multiple projects. You start to realize that the old philosophy of drop one album, take a year off, and come back later, that's like gone. And Gucci was basically just saying, nigga, I've been doing this even when the label said don't do it. So he got to take his credit. So and I really said that to say, like, I don't think he drops his project in like, yo, I hope y'all don't give me a bad review on Everyday Struggle. I think he's like, yeah, you might have your joint on it, or this might be for you, or if it's not, catch the next one, nigga. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. So, like, it's an interesting way to think, but I do think that's a hustler's mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I do get that, but I wish that stuff didn't come back to back so frequently. But I am kind of tight. I haven't gotten a Kendrick album in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, my nigga. Like, it's been 2 years now. We haven't got a Kendrick album. Yeah, man. Damn, was 2017.
No, we count the soundtrack.
Nah,
Black
man,
Panther,
you can't count it.
We are counting the Black Panther.
Of course, we got to.
Sorry.
As an album?
Yeah.
Come on.
It was a great album.
It was, but I mean,
that's just like more lifey playlist.
More life.
For real.
Playlist.
All right, Ak, want to take us through some numbers?
Oh man, great. Yep, my favorite segment of the week. Salute to my man NBA Youngboy. To me, I think this is really unprecedented. I saw the least amount of promo for like this guy's project, but he did snag the #1 album this week, selling over 107,000 copies first week with his album. I think it's AI Youngboy, like 2. Sometimes I used to read it as Al Youngboy because you know the I looks like the L. Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be the #1 album in the whole country, which coming from the content he makes, the guy who's not that forward-facing in terms of mainstream, for him to get #1, I think that's a huge deal. He actually beat out Post Malone, who, with Hollywood Bleeding, staying consistent in that top 5, ranking. He did 99,000. You got Kirk by the Baby. That's in the top 5 with 55,000 sold. And of course, we had some more debuts like Lil TJ, salute to him, True to Myself, which debuted at #5, selling 45,000. And Wale even popped in at #7, moving 38,000, which I know, I hope he's like pleasantly surprised by, because when I tweeted our projection saying he was gonna do around 30, he tweeted back at me saying, yo, let's bump this up to 35. So 38, I think that's good. Nice. Other notable debuts that didn't round out the top 50, but they'll probably be somewhere in the top 200 are Cass with his Behind These Scars, and of course YK Osiris, the king of R&B. You heard me?
This nigga NBA Youngboy did 110K from the crib. He on house arrest. Like, he can't do anything. Like, that's insane.
Can't even tweet. Can't even like.
I seen him put something up on Instagram. Yo, his Instagram, it was like up for 20 minutes. A post he put up, it got 280-something thousand likes in 20 minutes. Like, that shit is insane.
Youngboy's one of those people where like I like to I'm not gonna say investigate because I know what type of dope. Look at this guy. Look at this. Like, I like to research.
Right.
People with like huge engagements or like fan bases that we don't get. Like, that's why I had to go to a Russ concert. Like, who the fuck is the Russ? Like, now I know. Youngboy, like, he has such a rabid online following. Like, he don't do nothing. He doesn't come up to like the Breakfast Club or Everyday Struggle for like interviews. He don't do nothing, but he has a huge fan base that really supports his music. Same with like Pump, but like Pump's fan base, I don't know.
His fan base don't support his music.
No, but I do believe that Youngboy has all them kids that are like 15 or 16, young black that may come from broken homes, but like they in the streets too, and they look at Youngboy like, that's me. Like he's rapping for me. Kind of like what Meek was doing for like a lot of people on the East Coast for a long time.
All right, 110. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. Oh yeah, our listening session. So we just ran through some of the songs that dropped last week. So Break, Hit, or Wait on It. Today we're gonna start with G-Eazy featuring Gunna, I Wanna Rock. So this is on G-Eazy's EP called Scary Nights. Wayno, Break, Hit, or Wait on It. Okay, sound effects too, huh?
Nah,
Okay.
that sounds like that's a break.
Brick. I go with Brick. I think it's a good sample and all of that, but like, I just wanted to hear Gunna's verse. It didn't really capture me. Like G-Eazy usually has like the club bang, and not saying that this won't work for his demo, but for me, Brick.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm gonna say wait on him, cause you're right. G-Eazy always has one of these. I'm a little opposite to what you just said. I wanted to hear Gunna, but I think Gunna was the wrong feature for this. Like, of course, he did a song with Cardi B before. I'm not saying like throw Cardi on it. I thought the feature could have been something else.
Yeah.
Because like Gunna's flow even sounded different. You know, and I don't think it really like complemented or helped the song. So I'm gonna say wait on it, because this is the type of track this nigga gonna remix it and throw the right people on it, and it's gonna work. Watch. So wait on it.
Yeah, man. He had a good Capone Noriega sample. Well, they use the same sample. I don't know if it's their sample, but they use the same type of shit. I think they probably got it from somebody else back in the day with the same sample.
Wayno with the history, man. Gotta love it.
Thank you, Akademiks.
All right, so we already know Rihanna's a fan of this next song. So this is Best on Earth. This is Russ and BIA. So she said it was her new favorite song, posted one of her slow motion walking videos. This sample is some cut from Trillville. Brick, Hit, or Wait on It.
Riri said it. Come on, man, stop playing. This is a hit. Salute to Russ, salute to also BIA, who quickly reminded me that when I posted it on Instagram, I didn't mention her. But salute to both of them. I like the song. I didn't think that Rihanna was gonna like the song. Not that Rihanna's voice or opinion is more important than anyone else, but
Sure,
you know,
it
It is.
Okay, maybe more important. Yeah, okay, fine. But no, but in terms of like, Russ drops one of these songs about every 3 weeks. I think he's on a formula. I kid you not. Like he just pops up on Instagram. He's just kind of jamming by his computer. That's the little preview, and then he drops it the next day. And for this song, like I actually saw it on Rihanna's page first, but like I was kind of bopping to it. I'm like, okay, this is a vibe right here. So I think it's gonna work. I think with more attention brought to it than just him previewing it, which is Rihanna, I think this is absolutely a hit. If it doesn't debut next week in the top 50, I'm not gonna say it.
Oh.
I was gonna say I'm trash, but I'm definitely not trash.
Hit. I mean, BIA been dope. Like she's been dope. She's been putting out music for a bit now. It's good to see her be on a record that's getting some recognition. Unfortunately, it's not her record, but like go back and check out. She got some shit. But like you said, Russ got a little bit of formula right now. Like he seems unstoppable. Like it's just more bragging points for him. You know how he does.
I think he took some of his independent release, like TuneCore, like methodology into like what he's doing now. Like he releases about a song every month, and he's probably still gonna have a studio album, maybe with the most successful of those songs on it. But like it still feeds the public, and it doesn't feel oversaturated, if you get what I mean. So,
Salute to Russ.
Big salute for the Rihanna shout out. How about Me from Jada? So first release from his upcoming album Ignatius, if I'm saying this correctly. Drop with a short film. Wayno, let you take this one away.
Well, fire. I like hit. Like fire. I just say fire. Same as hit or whatever. Jada. I feel like Jada could do like the same format of record, because it's not like some new thing that we've never heard Jada do. It's like he's done this same formula before to use on a record. But it's him. The video, well, the movie like shot by Kid Art was real dope. I mean, it's Jada. I'm never mad at any new Jadakiss shit. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Little torn if I should go between two of these.
Okay.
But it's really between Hit and Wait on It. This record is a good record. Again, you're right. Jada could do this all day.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that I'm thinking about, like, yo, will it work? And
in what context though?
But will it work in terms of will it do good, like just commercially?
Yeah.
And then also I think about it, will it do good for what Jada's trying to do? So for that, I'm gonna just say hit, because to be honest, I think.
What do you mean for what he's trying to do?
He's doing a rollout like, I don't think he's trying to come out and compete with the people that's listening to the baby. You feel me?
Nah, not at all.
He's coming out, you know, he has his audience. He probably wants to drop a song or two that kind of appeals a little bit to other audiences to, you know, get a little bit more intrigue into his album that he's dropping. But I don't think he's trying to come and try to compete with like the top dudes that we've been seeing running the shit. No, you know, so I'm gonna say hit, and really hit for what he's trying to do.
Okay. Yeah. We got another Gunna feature. So this one is Blueface featuring Gunna, First Class. So this is Blueface's second release in 2 weeks.
All right, man. I'm gonna go first on this. I'm tired of y'all niggas. I'm at the same thing again. I'm tired of y'all niggas playing Blueface out.
Stop it. You just been having a conversation with yourself about this for like 6 months now.
Right.
No. Well, you know, I won't even get into my little long spiel about Blueface, but I do like this song.
Okay.
I do like this song. Will it work? I'm going hit, man. Come on, Blueface. I'm rooting for you, nigga. Come on, that's hit. That's a hit, bro.
Was that an instant hit in your mind? You were just on the fence.
No, because I like it. No, he dropped some songs I didn't like.
Okay.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, I don't even like this at all. I'm like, could the gimmicks like sell the song? Then I'm like, I don't know if the gimmicks are working anymore. But this one, I'm like, okay, I like. Now he just has to be him, and hopefully, you know, like, whoever is behind him, of course, you know.
I take it too long to get in Akademiks, man. Just, you know, I say wait on it.
Okay.
I say wait on it. You know, he got this deep dive on the fucking song.
I deep dive about everything, nigga.
Yeah, we know.
It's cool, like, you know what I mean? It's better than the last one.
This nigga's praying on Blueface's downfall, man.
Never. Why would I? I wouldn't pray on another black man's downfall.
Storyline.
I'm not like praying on his downfall, but like Wayno has him on a shorter leash than I have. Like me, I want to give him a chance. I'm like, nah, come with another one. Wayno's probably like written him off already.
I haven't written Blueface off. I'm just saying, man, he started really, really fast and it slowed down almost just as fast. But I hope that he could turn it back around. Mm-hmm. So I say wait on it, Blueface. You got a drink here, wait on it.
All right, so that concludes today's edition of Brick Hit, or Wait on It. Now it's a story I think is pretty interesting. So in an interview with Hot Living.
If you got that wrong, they roasting you.
Yo, it's a word you read all the time, but it's just weird to say.
I never
out loud.
say it.
I don't have whatever sexy accent should go with this. Anyway, Nas said he's tired of celebrating the anniversary of his debut album, Illmatic. He says, I'm grateful, but it has started to take on a life of its own. I just did the 20th anniversary with the National Symphony Orchestra 5 years ago, and the next thing you know, 5 years go by and it's a calendar that I didn't ask for, showing me how fast time moves. He goes on to say he's basically done with anniversary celebrations in general. It's so crazy, but to celebrate one album when I've made over 10, all the things I've worked on, and I've been working for so long, to celebrate one album over all else is corny to me. Doesn't want to celebrate it ever again. As a writer, I've also found it annoying over the years, just every year coming up with a different spin on an album.
Yeah.
But I've always wondered how artists feel about it. Here's how Nas feels.
I do think it's twofold, though. I think it's kind of like when people get tired of celebrating their birthday because it reminds you how old you're getting. Because it kind of says, yo, damn, 5 years passed that quick? Like, yeah. I think it's kind of like that a little bit, but really, I agree with him, yo. I think only he could say this though. Mm-hmm. You know, like if someone else would be like, man, we celebrating the 25th anniversary, you look crazy, but he could definitely say this, and I think he makes a fair point. You know, for him as an artist, he probably loves, and you hear many musicians say this, mm-hmm. they love their last project or the last thing they worked on, like the best thing they worked on. Even though maybe the best thing they worked on gave them the most success or is more, it's giving them the biggest like or greatest review, he loves probably the last thing he worked on the most. And to see people only celebrate the first thing you worked on, after a while it's like, all right, niggas, like, could y'all celebrate at least another album a little bit too? You know, like how about we get to Stillmatic? How about we get to Hip Hop Is Dead? Like, how about we do a couple of those? You know what I mean? So I understand him with that.
Well, I don't agree that the last thing he worked on, because the last thing was what, the Lost Tapes, but the last thing before that was that Nasir album, right? But But he's definitely right. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of Illmatic shit because Illmatic is not my favorite Nas album. My favorite Nas album is It Was Written, and I feel like because Illmatic was done when he was so young, and It Was Written was really, really good because people were still like, yo, remember this time? People really forget how dope It Was Written is. Like, I've never heard a It Was Written anniversary. I've never seen people, like, talk about it. It has one of his biggest records, If I Ruled the World, on it. Like, you know what I mean? I Gave You Power, where he started the whole metaphor shit with he compared himself to a gun. All of that before Tupac did, that was before Tupac did Me and My Girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking about his gun. So I feel like, yeah, let's stop.
Let's celebrate another Nas album.
Let's do something else. Like, because Nas has a ton of great moments that we don't talk about.
I'm sure he's not the only artist that feels this way.
Hell no.
I think Jay feels this way.
I think
I feel like people celebrate multiple albums.
Yeah, they celebrate a lot. I mean, like, when you have Jay-Z conversations, people always comparing his albums or his classic albums. You don't really hear that with Nas. Like, it's always just Illmatic. It's like, Illmatic. People start doing the shoes. They do fucking Illmatic cars or clothes to gift to him. It's like, it's so many other things that live in his legacy other than Illmatic. Which Illmatic is like the foundation of it, but I feel like you got It Was Written, you got I Am. It's like a bunch of shit that he has that isn't talked about.
I didn't see the full interview, so I don't know how this even came up in conversation, because I assume this is more of a lifestyle magazine. So yeah, if they're even asking him about Illmatic, understandable that he's over the shit.
I'm happy it did, though, because I ain't gonna lie, like, as a fan, I'm Illmatic out.
You feel relieved now? You got that off your chest?
Listen, I'm Illmatic the fuck out, like, because it does show you how fast that shit happens, like, you know?
Crazy. All right, so last week, Game revealed that he's dropping his last studio album next month, and also that he launched a new label called, Wayno has those little cat sneezes that are like fake sneezes. So yeah, Game has a new label called Prolific Records. Why are you so excited?
No, I'm just saying, what happened to Black Wall Street, like, records?
He ain't been saying Black Wall Street for years, Akademiks. Stop it, my nigga.
Yeah,
when the last time you heard him say Black Wall Street?
I know I haven't heard him say that, but like, why have a label? Just rename that label. Like, why make a new label?
That's what he probably did.
Okay, Prolific Records.
Prolific Records. All right, so new album coming, new label, a new merch line through the label.
Album.
His last album. You Must Be Devastated.
I know.
So people accused him of trying to exploit Nipsey's legacy for profit, because, you know, Nipsey had the prolific face tattoo. So first he bragged about the merch being sold out. Then on an IG story last Thursday, he clarified everything and explained that he got Nipsey's brother's blessing. He said, the use of the word prolific by myself is the only way of helping to carry on my bro's legacy. Any merch that has been sold has my face on it. My album is all pictures, logos related to the game. Basically says that out of love for Nipsey, Black Sam and his immediate family, I purposely did not include any pictures or his likeness, etc. Do you guys feel like this was reason to get upset?
Nah, like, I don't think, first off, I mean, while in the hip hop community, Nipsey made the word prolific like a thing. The word prolific existed way before Nipsey. He didn't own the word prolific. I mean, I think people just want to find new ways to get mad, and that might be because Game posts Nipsey every day. Like, he posts Nipsey, like, you know, weekly or monthly with a story behind it, because, you know, I believe that they had a close relationship. But I don't think it's nothing to be mad at Game for. It's even like he said, that is paying it forward to his legacy, because people know for the word. But everybody always wants to have some new shit to be mad about. I don't think it's nothing to be mad about at all, for real.
I mean, just being 100% real, like, people been watching Game kind of like walk on eggshells around this Nipsey stuff. Like, the Game is more and more than any nigga in history. Like, he's been crying daily. He wrote a whole, like, soliloquy talking about how his son told him, yo, dad, it's gonna be okay. Like, things gonna get better. Like he's been really devastated. I'm not saying he's not genuine, but a lot of people have looked at and kind of, they're imagining what he's doing is like, it's getting more than just mourning or celebrating the legacy of Nipsey. It's kind of like you're trying to be a part of it. And people look at his constant mention, or, yo, he fucking changed the color of his cars to Nipsey blue. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like,
What do you mean, my kid?
Like, come on, bro. No, yo,
I mean,
the
like,
Game my favorite rapper,
yeah.
but like, But I think at a point, people are looking at like, yo, this feels like an obsession now. And when it goes even as far as to, I know, Nipsey doesn't own the word prolific. It existed before him. But there is like a really close parallel when you consider the other things in that as well. Yeah. Also, I just seen The Game on Instagram. He's getting braids like Nipsey. How could you not?
Okay, so when you say obsession, like you think he's trying to do it, you personally, for promo, or obsession like he's really going through it and this is just the best way he can express it?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't know the nature of those two men's relationship prior to him dying or how it's affected the game. I would never want to just sit here and just be like, oh, you're not genuine or not. But I found it interesting with certain people who voice certain opinions this week. You know, we know The Game said that he had the blessing of Nipsey's brother, but I seen other people kind of say some things to say, no, we don't interpret what you're doing as paying homage or like celebrating his legacy. You're doing a little bit too much.
Do these people matter? Is that what I want to know? That's all I want to know is like, do these people matter? Now, I can't tell nobody. One thing you can't tell a person is how to mourn. You know what I mean? Nipsey hasn't been gone for a year yet. And regardless to how close we may have known their relationship to be in the public eye, they may have had their own connection, right? I don't think that nothing about this tells me that Game is clout chasing or like he's trying to do it as a certain. I even seen one of Nipsey's partners post the prolific shit as well. You know what I mean? That I know was a day-to-day person with Nipsey. So it's like I don't look at it in no way. You know what I mean? I don't look at it in no way. I mean, yeah, it can at sometimes seem a little bit over the top just because you see it so much, but I can't tell that man how to feel. You know what I mean? Like we look like hip-hop took a devastating blow. It's like every time I see somebody post something to Nipsey, I still can't believe that he's not here. You know what I'm saying? So I can't tell him. I'm not the person to tell him that he's doing too much. I don't think he is. Right. You know, he'll eventually it'll calm down, but Nipsey ain't been a year yet. You know?
Just going forward though, I think, you know, he should probably look at a YG approach. And when YG was putting out his project, YG was very, like, he made it even vocal to say, hey, I of course lost a very close friend and a brother of mine, but I don't want people to ever misconstrue that I'm using our relationship, me mourning him, or his death to promote my album. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that people, you know, I think we see The Game, he's been mourning a lot, and now we're seeing, wait, is this some shit that you're trying to tie into, like, the promotion of your album or getting more attention there? Again, I think that's just a growing conversation I've seen.
Listen, man, the year that Biggie died, Diddy made a fucking song called "I'll Be Missing You." That remix Sting shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you even if a nigga did, like, that's just what happens. That's part of the story. That's why I can't knock it, because I don't remember people saying, "Oh, Diddy doing too much," and their relationship is different. But I don't remember people saying, "Oh, Diddy's doing too much" when he made "Missing You," and that was the same year Biggie died. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Well, at least we have the album to look forward to.
Right.
He's definitely capping with this last album shit though, man.
Yeah, The Game's never gonna stop rapping.
The Game my favorite, or he was one of my favorite rappers. Like, he's still one of my favorite rappers. He was my favorite at one point. He said like 3 times this is his last album. Like, I hate when rappers say, this is my last album. Like, yo, nigga, we're gonna cop it, man. Like, the real ones are gonna cop it regardless.
All right, so during a recent interview with Rolling Stone, YK Osiris was asked about the current state of R&B. They asked him to name his male competition. He said, there's not a lot of R&B singers right now. Later on, they bring up some names of his peers, including Jadakiss, Bryson Tiller, to which he replied, nobody listens to Bryson Tiller. Then goes on to say, Jadakiss ain't really on my level. Vocally, yes, but music-wise, nah. So he has been proclaiming himself the new king of R&B. Thoughts?
Where does this thing come in with it isn't no more R&B artists? Like, I don't know where that comes in at. Like, Ty Dolla $ign not an R&B artist?
Last I heard he was.
Khalid doesn't do R&B?
He might.
I even go as far to say, I mean, it's from the UK, but Sampha, like.
He's definitely R&B.
Yeah, like. So
there's a lot of
it's a lot of R&B
singers.
Yeah, it's a lot of talented singers. So it's a two-part thing to this, right? While I love the fact that YK Osiris is a young nigga and he's just trying to stake his claim and all of that, I do feel like he's tweaking a bit. I feel like he's tweaking. Bryson Tiller, like, for YK to be, you know, he's had a record. Bryson Tiller still got an album that people gonna remember 10 years from now. Whether the nigga drops anything else ever again that reaches that level, he's already cemented as having one of the best projects. I don't know if YK has that type of respect in the game. And I think sometimes when young niggas is trying to state their claim, they should slow down a bit. Like, I went and go, Bryson Tiller just chilling. You know what I mean? He got his relationship going. Why are you calling that man out? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Well, last time Jadakiss said something similar, of course, he got a lot of headlines out of it, so.
Maybe it's that?
Honestly, I think Def Jam said about this. Gotta be.
Why do you think Def Jam
What?
said about
They sent
this?
him with a memo to say this?
I'm gonna be honest, like, I can't even remember the last YK Osiris song. Like, this is the only reason why we're talking about him. Like, his album dropped this week. Think about it. The album dropped this week, and this big storyline is You Think You're the King. I don't even think he believes he's a king. I think he's just saying he's a king because it's getting a reaction. And anyone who proclaims to be a king in any type of field where there are dominant people, you are gonna get some pushback or blowback. So I don't like, even when he says, yo, I think I'm the best, I'm like, I don't know if you believe that one. Jadakiss, he believed it. Jadakiss believed it. When Tory said he was the best, Tory, you know Tory believed that shit.
Absolutely.
I don't know if YK Osiris actually believes that or he's just saying it. And then I also look at his career because I might be wrong here, so I'll just proclaim that off the rip. It's a disclaimer. But when he first came in the game, and I know, of course, Worth It was the song he blew up with, I thought he was like one of them like hybrid niggas, the niggas who sung pretty good but rapped too. I didn't know he was just jacking. I'm straight R&B.
I thought he was always R&B.
Nah, I didn't think he was just always R&B. He was just kind of one of those melodic flow type of dudes.
Okay.
You get me? Which at times you might just be like, it's like you rarely hear Uzi just rapping straight up. You hear him singing a lot, sing rap. You get me? So I thought that's a hybrid, the sing rap, despite how well you do it or how well you don't. So I kind of looked at him as that, and of course certain songs he was just straight singing. But I never looked at him as just an R&B artist. Like, he's made me think of him as an R&B artist.
Well, now you know.
That's what I'm saying. He's capping. He's capping.
I just want these niggas to keep in mind, every time you call yourself a king, you have to have a kingdom. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't
call yourself the king
without a
of the
kingdom.
week. Your album drops and it's not even in the top 50. We could not make the same. If I'm Bryson Tiller, I'm definitely tweeting out the sales, the top 50 sales. You're not even in the top 50, buddy. And your album just dropped. Nobody listens to you. What are you talking about? Nobody listens to me. Nobody's listening to you. What's going on? Your album just dropped. Come on, man. You should slow down with this. I do think he's having fun with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when you make such a hard claim, comes with heavy criticism and expectations. So now I'm looking like, it was like your first like project, you know, like I was gonna judge it all harshly, but now you say you're the fucking king.
Yeah.
And you know the Kings, we criticize the Kings, like you don't talk about LeBron James and be like, well at least like, you know, he averaged 10 points. What the fuck? Where the championships at?
Right.
So you say you're the king, we want king like shit.
Hey, listen, man.
Is that too much to ask?
It's not too much to ask. I think that you know, when they say it, they just bring a negative. Like anytime you say you're the king of something and everybody doesn't know you, you bring like this negative beam of light on yourself. When I think he'd be more effective if his album is really dope, if he put it out and the music spoke for itself and people like, yo, this shit is hot. Like, what about Daniel Caesar? Like, nigga, like.
Nah, he gave him credit.
He gave Daniel Caesar?
He said Daniel Caesar is dope, but he pretty much downplayed
everybody else. Everybody else, hey.
All right, well, look, the album's called Golden Child. That's out now if you want to go check it out. Maybe streams well, and Akademiks is very, very impressed.
Nah, he got to do king like shit.
Okay, all right.
I've never even seen this nigga like who's he performing in front of? Like Chris Brown is selling out fucking arenas. That's the king, okay? Could this nigga sell out 1,000 people? Like seriously. Like these are things that when we think about kings, you can't claim you king and basically your album is not even charting.
I've never seen you get this passionate about
No,
R&B before.
because listen, we've had this conversation ever since 6ix9ine started talking that king shit like he was that nigga, right? But he really felt he was that hot. Okay, cool. Then we had a couple more king conversations. Then we had Tory Lanez jump on it. We're kind of thinking about it. Okay, then we had Jadakiss, and we're like, well, he did kill that remix. Okay, he's vocally, he's doing his thing. But now here I'm like, yo, I don't even think there's a basis. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about?
You good?
I'm good.
He's good.
Getting heated.
Check on him.
All right, let's go to Kanye. The album's finally coming, guys. October 25th. Jesus is King, and it's also going to be in IMAX theaters, right? Excited? You ready?
You believe it's coming? The 25th?
It seems real now. No?
Wayno could finally get baptized in Sunday service.
All right, so look, the project is finally coming after a lot of delays. So Kanye's pastor, allegedly, Adam Tyson, recently sat down with a Christian media outlet called Apologia for an interview where he talks about Kanye's newfound Christianity. So apparently, Kanye was about to quit on us. He said one time, he told me that he wasn't gonna rap. He asked him why. He said that's the devil's music. So the pastor says he went on to tell Kanye, like, rap is a genre. You can rap for God, you know, use your talents for God, etc. But are you guys upset? We almost lost Kanye.
Listen, remember Kim said, yo, just because you on that path, nigga, I'm not jacking all that. But anyway, I don't know, man. This nigga, I don't know what to think about this nigga Kanye, man. Like, he might be, yo, I don't know. I feel like we getting finessed, yo. This nigga might be running a pyramid scheme with this shit.
You think so?
I don't know, bro. I just don't know what to feel anymore. I don't care if the album is coming or not, because guess what? I'm not gonna hype myself up for something for the day it comes and niggas is like, oh, well, he didn't clear all the samples, or he's been having an album coming soon since last year.
If he stops doing the Sunday service thing, he's been doing it consistently, he just went to Jamaica. If he stops doing that...
How do you feel about that?
I'm not gonna lie, like, Jamaica's a very religious country. They might have just went there to just rock out with the music, but I don't know if we're really buying into it. But hold on. So I'm just saying, if he stops doing this as soon as the album's out and he starts doing album shit, do we kind of look at it like, yo, damn, this whole thing was a fraud?
It seems unlikely that he would stop that abruptly, though, right? So he was trying to get Sunday Service's trademark. I think they denied the trademark request because he's going to use it to sell, like, apparel, clothing. So I'm sure he was going to keep it all rolled up nicely.
I really want to hear some more thoughts on this from Wayno, because the first thing that came to mind was, I believe, a fellow Harlemite.
Oh, Jesus.
Mace?
When I heard this, I was like, this sounds like Mace, except it sounds like his pastor convinced him to stay in music, just use it for the purposes of God and the promotion of religion, rather than just leave it to go dedicate your life to God, as we saw supposedly Mace was doing.
Mace's situation was very particular for me. Like, when the Mace shit happened, I was a teenager, and the nigga, it's like he had like a great rookie year and then just quit. And he really quit. Like, he didn't drop no music. Then he came in 2000, that was 99. And then he came in 2004 with Welcome Back. And then he was like happy and breathe, shake, whatever, let it go. And then the nigga got with G on it. So, listen, I don't know what he's like. I don't even know how to compare the two. Like, Mace seemed confused. It seemed like Mace made an abrupt decision but didn't think it all the way through, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if people was taking it as serious as when Mace did it. Like, after Mace not rapping for 2 years, I was like, oh, this nigga's really gone. So I think it's gonna take Kanye, like, if he's really turned himself over to God or however they call it, it's really gonna take him to, like you said, like, to act out on that. Like, I don't wanna see this and then the nigga does then it's a Zane Lowe interview or some shit and he's just breaking down music and all of that. If you really turning yourself over to the church, then do that fully. You have to. Like, I don't think there's no in between with that.
Is he so this is, I'm confused, and again, I haven't been, but I'm confused about the format of Sunday service.
Me too.
Is there a pastor that's rolling around with them that delivers a sermon, and when it comes to, like, yo, this is like the prayer and gospel part, okay, let's get these songs off, Kanye, you're the choir leader, is that what's going on? Or it's just a concert? I
have no fucking idea. That's the thing.
Because I've seen it appears Kanye's preaching. And I've never been to a church where the choir nigga all of a sudden started giving a sermon. So when we hear Sunday service, and we're even thinking about, at least I'll go to a Baptist church, so maybe how I interpret these things are much different than people who are of whatever faith or denomination. But the Sunday service thing it looks like that's the church. Like Kanye,
he's going to different
songs,
churches,
and in between, Jesus Walk is next. Listen, man, I need y'all to walk to get my album, and then the song drops.
Well, not even
it's kind of like an extension of what his live shows have been. Remember the one tour he was doing it where the rants were so long, some people were starting to get frustrated throughout. Feels like he just took that and turned it all the way into a moving show series.
See, the
smaller
thing,
than like, arenas.
And what's crazy about that is it's like when he's doing these rants, right? It's not like he's talking directly about his album. Like he's saying, nobody said you can't be black and not be a Republican. It's like
it's like Kanye having therapy for himself in front of an audience across.
So is this all about himself? On the next episode of Kanye West, I don't fucking know, yo. I really don't know. I don't know what to think.
I do think at some point he has to speak on this because, like, did his pastor really say that, or this is like TMZ rumors?
I don't know.
Well, he has a pastor. Is that pastor preaching? I'm so confused about this whole thing. So,
are you excited for the album, my nigga?
Am I excited for the album? I don't know what to think.
Me too. I'm with you on that. I don't know what to think.
Like, I'm just anticipating it coming out, but I don't know if I should be excited. And to be honest, is it really even coming out?
Yeah, that's the biggest question. Is it even going to happen?
Well, he has some new slippers.
What's his slippers?
Are they out, or is Kim just previewing them? She posted a picture of them, and Snoop got in the comments and basically said they look like jail shoes.
Greg made a really good point just now. He said it said October 25th, but not what year.
All right, man, look out for Jesus is King. It may or may not come.
I'm going to defend those slippers, though. For real. I know
You would rock it with this Dolce &
No.
Gabbana.
I'm not saying I would, but like, Snoop is acting, first, I've never been in jail or prison, but Snoop is acting like mad shit that get popular in prison don't come back into mainstream society and niggas rock with it. Didn't niggas sagging their pants come from prison? And every rapper sagging their pants. I'm just saying, it's not that too far
You ain't
off.
supposed to be sagging your pants in prison, though, I tell you that.
Well, okay, well,
I'm
just saying that's a fashion style. I don't know if it's a fashion style there.
In prison, it's an invite. I'm just telling you that.
But what I'm saying is that I don't think it's too far off that, you know what I mean? Yo, he brought the homeless look.
No, you know what's so funny? One thing I will say about...
Wayno gonna be rocking them shits.
I'm not rocking them shits.
With a fucking fresh manicure. Watch.
No, one thing I will say...
Open-toed sandals.
One thing I will say is that niggas in prison, they always do the most regular shit that you're supposed to do out here, but make it seem like it's so much important because it's in prison. Like, I got my GED. Nigga, you could have did that home. Like, for real, I'm just saying. My friends be doing shit like that. Like, guess what I did here? I'm like, everything your ass should have been doing home? Okay.
Damn, Wayno's probably that bad friend to call. Like, yo, you only got 20 more years left, man.
Yo, on that note, send us some fan questions, please, at Everyday Shrug on Twitter. 2Gs, send us videos, 30 seconds or less if you can. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you here tomorrow on Everyday Struggle.
Ak will be wearing designer again, I assure you.
No, I ran out. I'm back to regular.